Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Hearing, thanks to Emily. Emily Ann has sent me a link about Zeke Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys. Apparently, the Dallas Cowboys hardline has softened a little bit, and apparently they have upped their offer. That's right. The Cowboys have up. Hold on a sec. Okay. Let me move over here. Maybe it'll be a little quieter. I actually wanted to get his opinion. Okay, so, Michael, the Dallas Cowboys have allegedly upped their offer to Zeke, closer to Todd Gurley money. You really get? You don't care that when we go to Dallas in like a week and a half, if you see Zeke playing or not?
You got Tony Pollard. I'm good.
Boy, he's hard. Michael he is one hard. I mean, he is. Damn. Okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna take the different line than Michael Anthony Fitness because you know what? I want to see Zeke. I want to see Tony. I want to see Amari Cooper. I want to see Dak. I want to see Randall Cobb. I want to see Michael galloping down the field. I want to see Trayvon Austin. I want to see Blake Jarwin. I want to see Jason Witten. I want to see Tyron Smith. I want to see Zach Martin. I want to see Travis Frederick. I want to see Connor McGovern. I want to see Lyle Collins. I want to see all of the above, and I want to see them stomp into the ground the New York stinking Giants. Mike, he said he did good with Tony Pollard. He's kind of mad. Are you mad at Zeke?
We need Dak Prescott signed before Zeke.
Hey, but you know, but see,
you can win games without Zeke, but you don't have Dak Prescott, you're not going to win nothing.
But see, here's the difference, though. Dak says, I'm cool. Dak's like, don't worry. Hey, Jerry, there used to be an old commercial. I think it was a car commercial, or maybe I made it up in my head. And as soon as he finishes sanding this, I'll get this out. Because I want him to understand this. This is one of those life lessons that you learn. Because you can either pay me now, or you can pay me later. Either way, you're going to pay. Mike, you understand that one? Because it's kind of like you can take care of changing the oil in your car. You can pay that now and keep it going. Or you can not do it now. But believe me, when that engine falls out the car, you're going to be paying through the nose. And see, that's going to be the difference here. Because see, here it is. The perfect example of that is, had the Dallas Cowboys paid Dak at the end of the season when people were laughing, oh, pay Dak Prescott, pay Dak Prescott. You know what? Had they paid Dak Prescott at the end of the season before Russell Wilson, before Big Ben, before Carson Wentz, you probably could have got about 27, 28, maybe 29, which sounds really good right now. So you can either pay me now or you can pay me later. And see, Dak is like, you know what? I'm good. Thank you, Dallas Cowboys, for being America's team. Because with that, I am becoming the face of the NFL on all kinds of commercials and things. You see me everywhere. So I'm getting a little bit of money right now. And I'm building my brand, okay? I'm giving back to society. Cancer. I'm becoming the face of. So if you don't want to pay me now, that's okay. I'm not gonna go hungry, but I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna pay lights out. I'm gonna play so well that I'm gonna be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And believe me, I'm gonna make up for this year that you didn't pay me. So the old analogy, Mike, is pay me now or you're gonna pay me later. But one way or the other, you're gonna pay me. So that's his philosophy. And see, that works if you're a quarterback. But if you're a running back, no. Because when the engine drops out of your car, it's just junk. It's just junk and you just go get another car. There is no pay you later on running back. That's the difference. So if you're just tuning in, there's reports out there, thanks to Emily Ann. She ended up sending me a link from it. Apparently, the Dallas Cowboys have softened their tone just a little bit. They've offered closer to Todd Gurley money. We don't have exact details, but they've upped the offer. So at the moment, if you're Zeke Elliott and Zeke Elliott's camp, playing this game of chicken, the Cowboys have turned just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not all the way. They flinched. They flinched a little bit. But like I said last night, here's the thing. Because you're not hearing stuff about it, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. So now you hear this, okay, the Cowboys are coming up. Okay, now it's time for Zeke to come down a little bit. Come on down. Come on. Let's meet in the middle. Connecticut Cowboys, how are you doing, man? I'm here with Michael Anthony Fitness, and he's mad at Zeke. But, today, friends, today, man, I am so excited, okay? Twan Eagles, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Where you been hiding? Well, Shelburne Lee, here's the thing, buddy. Shelburne Lee, when you get to be old, and when you develop your own business or work for yourself, it's up to you to do as much work or as little as you want to do. But you understand that what you put into it is what you get out of it. So here's the thing. You want to work hard. Work smart, not necessarily hard. And see, I'm educating my son on how to do this stuff. So that's the thing. See, I've got to watch. See, look at this. See this? Watchful eye. And watch this. See. I got my eye on him. See? Oh, you guys couldn't see that on the camera. I literally put my eye on him, okay? All right? So, look, see, and Michael's like, I got work to do. But see, before Michael got out here, I went through and I milled up the countertops over there. I put the profile on them, okay? And then I started working on these floating. These are nightstands. This is a nightstand, believe it or not. I got some crown molding on here, but this is going to be floating on the wall. And this crown molding face is going to be a drawer. So I'm working too, man. Everybody always just want to give the brother man a hard way to go. See, and keep in mind too, when I'm talking to you guys, I'm working too. I'm working at bringing you the news on the Dallas Cowboys. David Blade, can RD shut down Philly? Well, I think we can slow them down. I think we can break some people up. I think we can hit. I think we can be a dog in the fight. I think that we can maybe get some turnovers. But I don't know if we can shut them down completely because they're paid to do the same thing we are, play football. Anthony Johnson, you could say he's been a trouble in our ear, but he's also been a trouble in the ear of other teams as well. Generational back. And one thing you look at the Rams, great running back. Chargers, great running back. New York great running back, but crappy team. So they're the exception to the rule. Alvin Kamara, New Orleans, great running back. Kansas City, great running back. Dallas Cowboys, great running back. 5 out of 6 of those guys were all in the playoffs. And let me throw one other one in at you. We were only 10th in the league in rushing the football. New England was 7th. Super Bowl champion. So, you don't just let a generational back go. Sorry. You just don't.
Yeah, but let me ask you this question. If we didn't have Dak Prescott, would we still be winning?
Oh, I agree. But see, that's where you got to have all of the above. See, that is the triplets philosophy. You got to have a quarterback, okay? We had a great running attack in 2015, but we didn't have a quarterback. And really, we didn't have a great wide receiver because Dez was hurt too. So we saw how that worked out. We had a great running back. We had a quarterback first half of the season. 3-4. You got the running back, you got the quarterback, and you got the wide receiver in Amari Cooper. And we went 7-1. Light bulb. Anybody? Light bulb. You guys see the correlation there? Okay. Dak, Amari, Zeke. Those 3 pieces, you need those. Now, I will say this much, Mike. I will say this. When you look at the team, 2016 versus this one, you have more weapons throughout. Your offensive line, I don't think, is as good as 2016, okay? But as far as receivers collectively, we had Dez Bryant, who was, a good wide receiver, but he was injured the first half of the season, came on the second half. And then you had Cole Beasley, and then you had Terrence Williams. Okay, you had Zeke, of course. Great. You had a great offensive line, but your supporting cast of wide receivers wasn't as good as what you have right now. And you also had a rookie quarterback who was thrown into the fire. Now, here's what you look at differently. Because as much as people keep saying, this is the ceiling for Dak Prescott, you know what? Screw these guys that think that they, these experts out here that you assume are always right. Because here's the thing. Look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson wasn't one of the top 5 quarterbacks picked in the draft his year. He wasn't. You had Andrew Luck. You had RG3. Okay. You had all these quarterbacks. Ryan Tannehill's and everything else. Nobody thought Russell Wilson, because in fact, if you pull up what Todd McShay and all those guys said about Russell Wilson, it's almost identical, word for word, verbatim what they said about Dak Prescott. If you need a backup quarterback for a couple of games, this guy will be okay. That's what they said about Russell Wilson. Now, because of circumstances, a lot of times there's perception and then there's reality. There's 2 totally different things. Because here's the thing. People look at Russell Wilson, they say, oh my God, well, Russell Wilson, he won a Super Bowl. He was in a second Super Bowl. True. But look at the numbers of those years. Understand what he had going for him with those 2 years. The best defense in football. That was number 1 at taking away the football. If you get takeaways, we haven't been doing that for years. If you get takeaways, that gives you more opportunities. It gives you short fields, okay? And you had that defense. They didn't call them the Legion of Boom for nothing. They were killing people. You had Richard Sherman out there talking, sorry-ass wide receivers, don't even come in my neighborhood, okay? You had that going for you. And you also had beast mode who could control the clock. Believe it or not, Dak Prescott has almost 1,000 yards more than what Russell Wilson had his first 3 years. Has more touchdown passes. But circumstances changed. Beast mode went to the Raiders. The defense changed. And instead of them being a ball control, we're going to, bludgeon you to death team, they had to evolve into a team that was chasing other teams and had to outscore other teams. And they changed because they didn't have that dynamic running back. So they evolved. Now, I won't say that was better for them because they're not winning as much as they used to. Russell Wilson's numbers, he's getting more touchdown passes, he's getting more yards, but they're not necessarily winning more. Okay, so that's the difference. So we look at Dak Prescott, and it always amazes me how they say, "Oh, well, Carson Wentz is, his ceiling is, he has no ceiling." How do you know? How do you honestly know that he has no ceiling? I don't know. He might be. You know what? He might be able to throw 500 yards a game. I don't know that. Might be that he's done the best that he's ever going to do. How do we know that Dak Prescott has reached the ceiling? Because I don't see how you can say that he is at the pinnacle of what he can do. Because I looked at last year where it was kind of like with the talent. He was coming off of that 2017 season where he took a nosedive. All of a sudden, he went like this. So are we saying that this is now plateaued? How do we know that? Because I've been seeing some passes of him throwing in practice, not a game now, where he's hitting Michael Gallup. And we've seen in the limited time on the field with only Michael Gallup, he's hitting him. Now, we know what he did with Amari Cooper. If you put Amari Cooper out there and Amari Cooper does some of those things that he did last year, and people have to focus on him, and then you got Michael Gallup over here that's doing those things, how do we know that all of a sudden this isn't going to be like Big Ben with AB and Juju Schuster? How do we know that this isn't going to be like Matty Ice with Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu and Calvin Ridley? How do we know that? Because it's really about the weapons you have. And here's the thing. When we go on about my quarterback, and if you're just tuning in, the Cowboys have upped their offer to Zeke. They want to get this thing done, okay? Let's understand. The Cowboys want to get Zeke in the fold, okay? No matter what the haters say, okay?
It's all about Tony Pollard.
Okay.
It's all about Tony Pollard.
No matter what the haters say,
Tony Pollard's not down.
they're going to get Zeke done. They're going to get him in the fold. They're going to get him in sometime this week. We're going to get him back, practice him for a week, and we'll probably play him, not a whole lot, but we'll play him.
Now, when he gets in trouble again?
Well, you know what? If cans and butts were nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. You don't, listen, nothing is guaranteed in life. You could be hit by a bus tomorrow. I mean, that's conceivable.
I was hit by a car.
And the thing is, listen, you have to take, understand, listen, you have to take risks in life. Sometimes you have to do things that you are scared to do. You got to take a chance and roll the dice. Sometimes shit will blow up in your face, and you'll be like, damn, why I should not have done that. But if you don't take a risk and take a chance, if you are that guy that just lives, I'm scared to go outside because, I might get hit by the bus. I might be on an accident on 95. I might get shot. Then you're going to miss out on a whole lot. And you understand that in life, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to try a lot of things. You're going to come up with ideas, okay? Inventors. You think inventors that every time that they come up with something that it automatically works? It doesn't. But you keep on trying. You come up with the next idea. Maybe if I tweak it here and there, that it'll work. And that's where people that are successful take risks. I got to be honest with you. It's still amazing to me that I'm here talking to 360 you people right now. What?
No, the sister I was on that she's from Japan.
Okay.
I like that.
From Japan? What do you mean? You said sister.
Yeah. She looked black, but she's from Japan.
Okay. And what's wrong with that? It always used to flip me out when I would see somebody who's a black British person. When Daily Time, because I had dreams of being a decathlete back in high school, and I tried that at JMU at first. But seeing Daley Thompson, this big black, decathlete out there, and he's speaking with a British accent, it was like, the fuck? What? How are you British? David Blake, thank you very much. If he hadn't stopped saying, okay, but here, anyway, let me go back to this thing. The fact that I'm here is crazy. And I'll tell you why, because any of the people who knew me from high school, I played football, I ran track, I was MVP on the track team, okay? I was shy. I was scared to death to talk in public. I couldn't speak. When we had to do like a speech in class, I would just about wet my pants, okay? I just could not get in front. And if it was more than about 4 or 5 people, I would be just like, okay? And I remember when I used to be on the Benet Emmerich show, okay? Shout out to Benet, and his show's still going and everything else. I used to go in there, and I would do like 7-minute segment and talk about the Cowboys. I think that started maybe 2015, something like that. And I remember when my friend said, "Hey, Benet wants to get you on the show to talk about football and the Cowboys." I was like, "What?" I've never done anything like that. You mean talk to people about football? So the first show I did, man, I wish I had that clip because I was scared to death. And then the next year, we were down in Dallas, down for the game. And then the day after the game, we had Good Morning Tyler, Texas show. TV show. We were on TV. We don't have any details. All we have on it is that the Cowboys have upped their offer to Zeke closer to Todd Gurley's money. So we heard that it was between the two. So that could have been $2 above, Le'Veon Bell. Could have been $2. So maybe they put another $1 million in and got it closer to Todd Gurley's. But see, Cowboys trying to save face right now. Because here's the thing. Okay, listen. The grand scheme of things, let's think about this here. The grand scheme of things is, it really is not going to kill the Cowboys if they go above Gurley's money. You're talking about $1 million on the cap. Not a whole lot of money. It's not going to kill. If our team could not win because we spent $1 million more a year on Zeke Elliott, then we weren't going to win anyway. We won't. But that's not what the problem is. The problem is that game of chicken swerved. It's the perception. It is the perception that we caved. We talked all this smack. We're not going to reset the market, and you reset the market. Which means then, and here's the problem for the Cowboys. Here's the problem for the Cowboys. Think about it. Once they let DeMarcus Lawrence deal get done, everybody looked at him and said, "Look, I'm sorry. You caved on D-Law because you came out and said, we offered him $18 million a year and everything. We thought we were getting $18 million a year. And you saw how ugly it got. But then they got in the room together and they hammered it out, right? And it went from 18 to 21, right? Oh, $105 million deal. Now, to their credit, they were smart with how they structured the contract.
They didn't give him what he wanted, though.
Well, he'll get what he wants if he plays well. But if he doesn't, they can get out of it.
23,
Huh?
what he originally wanted.
Yeah. But Michael, it's negotiation. You never put out the number that you really want. You never. If you do, then you're an idiot. If you say, you know what, I want $20 an hour, okay, they're gonna look at you and say, well, if you want 20, then we can get you for 17. That's the way it works. If you say, I want to be 15% above Ty Gurley, and they say we want to be about down here, you meet in the middle. That's negotiations. That's how it works. But back to that original statement. I was scared to death to do that TV interview. That wasn't until I saw that there was a person with a CPR doll that was going in there. And then there were some clowns too, and I was like, oh, this really is. This isn't. For what?
I need one for that.
Would you use? That's the last thing? Damn! So Michael's done all his work. But see, and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing for those who said I wasn't doing any work. I can't create sawdust while the paint is wet, so I have to wait. The offer is the only details we have are
It's
closer to Todd Gurley's money. They've upped their offer, which means they put more money into it. They've upped their offer. That's all we know. So that means they are negotiating. They are talking. It's not Zeke Elliott saying, you know what, I'm going back to Cabo. Screw you guys. I'm going to go sit on the beach and get drunk. That's not happening. The Cowboys have upped their offer. So now it's up to Zeke Elliott's agents to go through and look at it and say, you know what, that's better. But here, how about this one? You know, it's kind of like.
But they want to get paid too.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, they want to get their money too. The agent.
Hey. Hey, Zeke. Zeke. Here you go, Zeke. What do you think about that number, Zeke? And so what happens is Zeke says, no, it's better. But hey, Jerry, how about that number? What? No, son. We can't do it. But wait, but how about if we go right there? There we go. What do you think, Zeke? Yeah, that ain't bad. That's a little better, but you know what? How about that? You're getting in the neighborhood, but yeah, it's still a little bit high there, Zeke. Come on, you got to give me something to work with, man. You know, I'm trying to get my casino built over here, and you know I got to take care of Dak, and there's Amari. You know, we got to work here. How about we do this, son? Oh, come on, Jerry. Listen, man. I done given you 3 years, man. I have been the best. I know I've had some problems off the field. I get that. But you know, I've been lights out. I got more yards than anybody else over the last 3 years, even though the commissioner, you know, took me out for 6 games. Come on, man. You know I need to be the highest. I need that. And the agent, yo, dude, listen. I need that, man. I need some other clients and stuff, Jerry. Hook a brother up. Zeke, but man, if I do that, Zeke, then I look like a punk. You can't have me. You can't. I'm Jerry Jones, damn it. I've got the wealthiest franchise in the NFL, son. I can't look like a punk. I can't look like a punk. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. How about we make you the highest paid one here, and we'll go ahead and we'll just reduce some of the guaranteed money, okay? So there you go. You're the highest paid. Jerry? I like the highest paid part of that. Let's see, when we look at this, you can cut me in 2 years and I don't get jack. So I kind of get screwed there because you reduce that guaranteed money. Okay. How about we bump up the guaranteed money right here. So we keep me the highest paid, and I'm going to show up, I'm going to eat, and I'm going to get you a Super Bowl. Did you say Super Bowl, son? Did you say Super Bowl? You know what, son? I got me 5. You know, I need that 6th one, son, and I need that thing right away. Are you guaranteeing me? Jerry, you my dog. Jerry, I'm here. Look at me, Jerry. You see, I haven't been eating. I'm lightweight, man. I'm ready to be full-fisted eating, man. I'm talking about going to Sizzler. I'm going to be eating all season, man. I'm going to bust that ass out there. I'm going to get in the end zone, Jerry. You pay me, and I'm going to get it done. You know what, Zeke? That's an offer I might not be able to turn down. You know what? Let's grab this bottle of liquor here and let's go ahead and shake on that thing. It could happen. It could happen. And that's called negotiation. And that's what's happening right now. Maybe not exactly that way, but that's what's happening right now, okay? The Cowboys realize we got to pay the guy a little bit more. Zeke's going to realize, you know what, I can't get everything that I want. And they will work it out because, here's the thing, they both need each other. Okay? They both need each other. Shout out to Michael Buchanan, Eric, Ben Mason, Ricky Ray, Eric Spencer, Kathy Green. How you doing, Kathy? Tori W, Silver and Blue, Cowboys 12, JB23HL, Robbie Radford, Eric Raymond, Philly Cowboy 76. How you doing? White Man 88, Ravi, Isaac, K, Eric. Oh, Juan. Okay. Man, see now y'all messing with me. Joshua, Mac Cowboy, Misty. Okay, they're just like flying through. I can't even see them right now because I need glasses. Trayvon, Donnell, Alex Jones. Alex, man, how you doing, man? You've been throwing money last night. Thank you so much. Anthony, Eric. Oh, good Lord. All right, so big news for today, and we'll see if it cheers up Michael. We're getting our plane tickets today to go to Dallas. He never gets excited about anything. He was like, I'm like the kid at Christmas. Getting our tickets to go to Dallas for the game. And I can't wait because we're going to be hanging with Cowboys Experience. We're going to have the autograph signing on Saturday. I'm not sure who's going to be there just yet, but I can probably guarantee that Drew Pearson should be there. I think we're going to be at a tailgate with either Ed Chutal Jones or Randy White. We're going to be at the game with Miss Jackie, with Sarah, with another 14 of you great fans, all in the same section. We're going to be live streaming the whole time. We're going to be kicking some Giants ass. I can't wait. You know, if you're just tuning in, the Cowboys have upped their offer to Zeke Elliott. Hopefully, I hope by Thursday we get this thing popped.
I know, hopefully it doesn't reject it
Like
again.
I said, my thing would be is, let's get Jerry Jones, let's get Zeke Elliott, let's get in the room together, because it seems like whenever they get in the room together that Jerry Jones is that salesman's son, he ends up closing the deal. Stop negotiating from afar, from Cabo and Oxnard and everything else through the papers. Just go in there, two grown-ass men, and say, listen, we need to get this thing done. So I guess the Cowboys are waiting to hear back from Zeke's people. Zeke wants to be there. Zeke wants to eat, and I want him to eat too. Elijah, call Cowboys Experience, talk to Barry, and say Mark Holmes and Jobu Sports Report sent you. Okay? Now here's the problem. Here's the problem right now with turn off the water with the Cowboys right now. Understand, it's the beginning of the season. They were a playoff team last year. Expectations are high for this year, which just means it's supply and demand. Right now, there's a lot of people demanding stuff. Okay? So, you know, if you were middle of the season and the team sucks, there's not a whole lot of demand. So it's easy to get plenty of supply and the prices go down. But season openers, the stuff's not cheap. And there's not a lot of wiggle room that the people can do because, you know, it's like, why give you a huge break when I can turn around and sell it for twice the price? So it's really more of who you know and not what you know. So Cowboys Experience is not trying to make a killing off of every package, but understand they only have a finite amount of stuff to do. So, you know, if you go through, you know, Barry works with me and things like that, it'll help you get good packages at a good price, and you know they stand behind what they do. I had the experience of a lifetime watching the Philadelphia Eagles, being in the Miller Lite suite, going out on the sidelines, and that game was freaking incredible. That was like I could have dropped the mic right then on life and said I'm good, because it was that great of an experience. And I can't believe that a week and a few days we're going to be headed back to Dallas to open the season up. And what's going to be the most fun for me is seeing a lot of you great fans. And then, oh my God, we're going to get back from Dallas after that first game on Monday, and come the following Sunday, We're going to have a party like it's 1999 at FedEx Field. What more of you great people? So, if you guys are looking to help out or be part of the tailgate and things, email me at cowboysmark94gmail. What I'm going to do is, so people have asked about doing donations and things like that. I'll get a link. So if you want to do donations, they'll cover the cost of it because chicken wings ain't cheap. 40-pound case of chicken wings is about $80, and I think I need about 4 of those. And we got to get a lot of pork shoulder stuff. So if you want to help out with the tailgate and come on through and get your eat on and stuff, donations are definitely appreciated and welcome. It's pronounced Spiker. Okay, listen. Understand, I'm dyslexic. I don't read real well, and I'm the name butcher. Take it as love when I butcher your name up. How about that? Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, hey, Kathy, how you doing? Thank you, Kathy. What's cooking tonight? Well, I have my mother-in-law's in town, and she wants some bang-bang shrimp. And my wife is like, you got to cook her some catfish, too. So I'm going to cook that for them. And then I'm going to probably make some chicken tacos because I have the chicken left over from yesterday. Rex says, how you doing, Michael Anthony Fitness? You live in Alvarado? That's cool. Sup, Butcher? That's me, the name Butcher. You know what? When you mess up, own it. How do I get Sunshine? If you talk to Cowboys Experience, they can hook you up on that. That's where they got us. Fish tacos? Yeah, I could do fish tacos, but see, I don't like fish that much. I'm not a big fish guy. Taco Tuesday, yeah, that's what it needs to be. Taco, this needs to be for Taco Charlie, because Taco has kind of turned things around a little bit. Mike is done with Zeke. I will allude. Tacos, yes. Shrimp tacos. The only thing, well, I'll have to do, I'll do my Parmesan cheese shells. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Me and my lady will be at one of the gatherings. Okay, cool. You want me to bring some to the tail? Sure. Shrimp tacos sound good. Oh yeah, I love my shrimp. I love my grilled shrimp. Shrimp and grits, Mark. I love my shrimp and grits too. Well, so I'm kind of stuck here, but yeah, I can run some air. Actually, hold on. I can do this real quick because I've got to put glue in here. Hold on, Jack.
You can do that. No, when I am,
I forgot I do have a job here. This will make my wife happy. I realize I am the luckiest man in the world. I honestly and truly believe that because I am blessed to be able to get up out of bed, to somewhat still have my, Senior Cowboy, thank you very much, to somewhat have my faculties, although I'm a little bit crazy. And to be able to work with Mini-Me, being my son. All right, so in case you guys are just tuning in, things are definitely heating up with the Dallas Cowboys and Zeke Elliott. We have heard that the Cowboys have upped their offer closer to Ty Gurley money, and we'll see if Zeke Elliott bites. I'm going to give you my opinion. And my opinion is, you know what, Zeke? Just get this thing done. In the grand scheme of things, you've taken a hit in public perception, and you need to go ahead and get in here and get in shape. Because you don't want to come in. You don't want to come in, sit out, and then get hurt because you weren't physically ready to play. So,
Earl Thomas.
right, and to me, that's Earl Thomas immediately. Week 3, and although
versus
Earl
us.
Thomas might be that he's just got the rheumatoid.
I don't think he does.
What? No, chronic injuries at some point. No, and it's not on Tony Romo, but what I'm saying is the reason why I call it rheumatoid is because
I think Earl Thomas.
as you get older, your body doesn't recover as easy,
No,
and you can't take those hits.
I think
those hits accumulate.
I think his problem was he didn't come to camp
Well, yeah,
or train.
but
that was majority of it.
that does not help. Holding out does not help your body get ready for the season. So,
I mean, but he did get paid at the end.
and
of
E2, if you're watching, I want you to see. Look how pretty that looks. Look at that.
I did that with the
Mike, and see,
painting part,
here's the great thing. I gotta be honest with you.
He built everything.
John Lindsay, thank you very much for that super chat.
You built everything I just painted.
Well, you helped put it together and stuff too, right? Didn't you, Melissa?
I was working my other
Oh,
job.
okay.
Yeah,
But see, this is where, this is a lesson for the Dallas. This is a lesson for the Dallas Cowboys too, because people have skills that are better than others. I am good at what I do. I am fantastic at building, but I suck. I suck at finishing and painting. I'm not as good as I should be. But that's where it's great for me because you look at these doors. Look at this. This is the back side of the doors. How nice and pretty those are and everything. But Michael has done a hell of a job. And I just hate painting. It's too tedious. But I can build anything. Yeah.
But you learn.
You learn. And that's where it's great that me and Michael are able to work together where, I can, like yesterday, I left looking at this bathroom and other jobs and stuff. Michael stayed here working on painting and things.
Got a haircut and did some glue.
Right. I'm gonna get my hair cut. I'm going to Dallas next week. I can't go here looking like a wild man.
Might get a touch-up for next week.
Who, you?
Yeah.
No, I'll get mine done.
I mean, yours doesn't grow as fast as mine. So it looks good for
because I'm
about
old.
2-3 weeks.
That kind of thing happens when you start getting older.
Yeah, but it looks good for about almost a month.
It looks good. Okay. But I'm looking forward to though. So like I said, if you're interested in helping out the tailgate or want more information on the tailgate, email me cowboysmark94 at gmail.com. That way I can give you some details, and if you want to make a donation to help out. This thing is growing like crazy, and I get people, oh man, I'm bringing 6 people and stuff like that. Question for everybody is, what? Wait. Shout out to Senior Cowboys. What will be our favorite formation? Oh, but see, I get killed on this one. I get killed when I talk to West Coast Cowboys. They're like, oh, they roll their eyes. But for me, I am actually looking forward to 12 personnel. And what 12 personnel means is 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and wide receivers. Okay? Because to me, if Kellen Moore does what I'm hoping he does, we can do so many things out of that package. Because it'll all be dictated by what the defense gives you. Okay, think about this. You got Blake Jarwin, who's turned into a pretty good receiver. You got, Father Time, who always gets open, Jason Witten, right? Then you get a Randall Cobb, or Amari Cooper, or Michael Gallup on the outside. You got Zeke Elliott. You got Dak Prescott. All right, you're Dak Prescott. You watch the safety. Is the safety in the box because they're worried about stopping Zeke Elliott? Because you got a run formation. You got 5 lights out offensive linemen, and you got 2 tight ends. That says I'm going to run the football, right? So we need to put that safety in the box. Well, that means you got one-on-one coverage on those wide receivers. You fake the dive. Dak Prescott fakes the dive, rolls out. I got one-on-one on the outside. I'm running those guys deep. I'm bringing Jason Witten to find his soft spot. I'm taking Blake Jarwin to hit the middle of the field. Somebody's going to be open. The linebackers, because they're seeing Zeke crashing, you're seeing Dak with the ball right there, they're stepping up or they're pausing. The safeties in the box. One of those guys are going to be open, and Dak Prescott is better on the move outside of the pocket. You start using the hell out of that. Boom. Okay. You beat them deep on it. They say, okay, we're not going to go ahead and do that. We're going to cover these receivers. We're going to keep the safety out the box. No problem. We got 2 tight ends and 5 offensive linemen. We will run the damn football down your throat. It's pick your poison. Which way do you want to die? That's what this offense will be able to do. For all you people that are saying, we don't need, get rid of Zeke. No, Pollard has. Tut King, thank you very much. Hey, Tut King, man, where you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for that super chat. But listen, there's so many things you'd be able to do out of that formation. And see, that's the difference of before last year, when we got into 12 formation because we didn't have a Jason Witten, because nobody's got scared of our wide receivers. I mean, are you really scared about Cole Beasley? Cole Beasley has sure hands, but Cole Beasley very rarely is going to take it to the house. Michael Gallup hadn't developed. You got into 12 personnel, we knew all day it's going to be a run. And if it's not, you're not going to get more than 10 yards. And they shut it down. Shut it down. Because you did not have playmakers on the outside. Now you got playmakers on the outside. You've got some other weapons. And that's where you're going to see Dak being able to hit. And you saw that one drive, and I know it's only a couple drives, but to hit 6 guys in one drive, there's too many pieces to stop, okay? And the difference is, and even with Mike Pollard's going to have a role in here too because he is versatile. He can run between the tackles as we saw, which he wasn't allowed to do in college too much. But he can also catch the ball. And that's where you go through. Even that 12 formation with him in there, guess what? You fake the dive, they come crashing, he goes on out, boom, you hit him underneath as the other guys clear everything out. There's so many things if they decide to do it. But for whatever reason, Scott Linehan just didn't take any risks. Everything was, we're just going to bludgeon you to death and run the football. That's why I'm excited. No, you won't see, I don't think you're going to see any starters because here, the Cowboys, Tony Pollard, brain fart, okay, dyslexia, okay, Mike Weber, Tony Pollard, okay, excuse me. Here's the thing. The Cowboys, for the most part, have been lucky as far as injuries go in preseason. I mean, we had Lyle Collins. He's got a sore groin. We know that Robert Quinn, fractured his hand. Okay. We know Amari Cooper, has got the heel issue. But these aren't like ACL injuries. These aren't, torn pec muscles and things that are season ending. These are typical nagging injuries that through the course of a season a person will play with, okay? So we are pretty healthy right now, and there's nothing really to gain by putting a starter out there. We know pretty much who's going to be a starter. The thing we got to figure out is what are those next level guys that we want to keep? What are those next level guys? Because we have a lot of guys that are on the bubble that can be players, and it's going to be, you don't want to make the wrong choice. You look at the defensive line, it's like, geez, it's going to be hard. Yeah, Cedric Wilson is one of those guys that you got to look at for wide receivers. We have not had this kind of talent on this team in a long time. That with the right play call, the risk can be mitigated. Well, I agree with you. Do I want to keep Wilson and Smith at wide receiver on 53? Or, I'm sorry, Wilson or Smith? I almost want to say Cedric Wilson because I kind of like him a little bit more. Devin Smith. Again, and that's another one. It's like, flip a coin. Thoughts on Kel? Okay, again, it's preseason, so you only see a taste. You just get a little taste with preseason. It's not a whole lot of people per se. You're not going to see a whole lot. But what I do like is you see that we are challenging down the field more with Michael Gallup. We are trying to go deeper, and what that's going to enable us to do by having that threat doesn't mean you got to be throwing it down the field every single time, but by doing that opens things up. You've got to worry about him going deep because he is showing flashes where he's got a lot of speed. So that will open up things that'll loosen up the defense because when you had, Terrence Williams and Alan Hearns and Cole Beasley, it shortened the field because we don't have to worry about somebody going deep. These guys can't get deep on us. And when you do that, it's crowding line of scrimmage. It's making it harder for Zeke Elliott to run. It's making it harder to complete passes because things are closed up. But you now have two guys that you know can go to the house in Gallup and Cooper. And that means you have to go ahead and respect that, which means it's going to be hard for them to stop. It's like one thing helps another, and it's kind of like this. DeMarcus Lawrence on the defense helps all the other guys because he's getting attention because he's hitting quarterbacks left and right. We got to make sure that guy doesn't get us. So that means that a Malik Collins is not getting double teamed, or Antoine Woods isn't, or a Robert Quinn, which means those guys end up getting more sacks, hits, and things because this guy's taking it. And what you may see is DeMarcus Lawrence's numbers go down because people know we can't let him beat us, and then you see the rest of the guys' numbers go up, and that's the cause and effect. So you may see Zeke Elliott's numbers go back down some this year because now we're passing the ball more. But because Zeke Elliott is such a great person in the middle, he becomes more of a decoy where they're worried about stopping the run and not letting him beat him when somebody else does. Oh, Michael Gallup. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's like, let's ride that pony, man. Let's gallop on down the field. Yeah, right. And I was actually going to do that. Oh, Bird Gang Sports. What's happened? Oh, the champion is here. Okay. You're not the champion anymore, dog. Sorry. You're a past champion. You can't be considered the champion unless you won the Super Bowl last year, and that's New England. We can call you the chump is here. How about that one? You didn't win the NFC East last year. You didn't do that. You're not even the champion of the NFC East. That's the Dallas Cowboys, man. Come on. Don't come in here starting stuff. Don't come in here like Cole Piss did last night trying to start some stuff up on my channel. You know better than that. We kicked your ass twice last year. How are you the champions of the NFC East, son? Come on, man. Don't get me fired up in here. Don't get me fired up. Don't do it, Bird Gang. Don't do it. We own the NFC East. You got that Super Bowl that one year. My Dallas Cowboys says Dak Prescott, the sheriff, came to town, son. 13-5. And your boy Carson Wentz, I believe he's only gotten one victory against the Dallas Cowboys. So all you Eagle fans that think that I'm scared of Carson Wentz, do you see any fear in those eyes, son? Do you see any fear? I see some bloodshot. There ain't no fear in there. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Because my Dallas Cowboys, that purge squad, they gonna bring it. It's gonna be brought. And they gonna take what's theirs. Booty hurt Eagle Troll. Your best ability is your availability. You're right about that. Program too. But well, you know what, guys? I've been here hogging up the YouTube blogosphere and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and run some errands while this paint dries. Mark, you think so? I think, I feel good. You know what? Hey, worst case scenario. Hey, Mally, how are you doing? Mark, did you see the ticket offer just made? No, I didn't see a ticket offer. A ticket offer? Ticket offer for what? We're talking speeding ticket? Parking ticket? Unfortunately, Maui, the stuff is like Cowboys season tickets. Season tickets? Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know, Joseph. Sorry, man. Joseph, I can't do Hot Boys. I'm sorry. When I think Hot Boys, I know the original reference of it, but Hot Boys to me sounds like a boy band. Little skinny kids up there. Ah. That's what I think of Hot Boys. It doesn't put fear in me. Purple People Eaters. That sounds kind of scary. Doomsday Defense. Ooh, Doomsday. 85 Bears. Steel Curtain. Hot Boys. Sorry. Purge Squad. That sounds better. That sounds manly. That sounds like some death. Purge. It's like the Purge Squad is coming for you. You get the crazy eyes. You get out there in the cold and you see that steam just coming out the mouth. You get those, yeah, I'm coming for you. Eli, you're going down, son. Okay, I'm sorry. Hot Boys. No, ain't no fear in that. If it wasn't for Skip Bayless showing some respect for Dak, I would lose my mind. Thanks a lot. You know what? But I ain't mad at them. They realize what works for them. They're getting the clicks on it. I heard Popeye's chicken sandwich is so good they think they put cocaine in it. I have not tried it. I must admit, I have not tried it. Wentz equals Matt Flynn. Wentz has bird feet. We'll do some some chicken tacos with some of the chicken from last night. The Purge defense. But I can't wait for the season, And here's the reality. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. You can get an idea of teams that look like they've got a lot of people, but a lot of times, like the Eagles, nobody saw the Eagles coming. And that was actually a good thing for them because people weren't scared of them until it was too late. They made some great moves. I have to give them credit where credit's due. They signed people and players and had a system that ended up working. They got a running game going, which made it that much easier for Carson Wentz. And when Carson Wentz went down, they had a guy who could step in and ended up being a better leader and running the team, in my mind, better than Carson Wentz did. They did it. They had some luck with health, not injury luck. And they had some breaks. They had some good calls. They had an easy schedule. But it's hard to win the Super Bowl. In all of the years, there's only been 53 champions. That's it. So anything can happen. You can lose a player here and there that changes your season. You can get a couple of bad calls or a couple of bad breaks. The ball can bounce the wrong way. Anything can happen. But I feel good going into the season with where we are. You've got to feel good. You've got to look and say, honestly, I want you guys to, maybe I'll make this a video later. But I'm going to ask you, where is the weakness on the Dallas Cowboys? What is the weakness on the Dallas Cowboys? Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to talk to you, so when you're done with
I've got a minute and 20 seconds left, and then I'll come talk to you.
Okay.
My wife's out on staycation this week, so she's here, and she's like, "Oh, I got something I want to discuss with you," and she got a smile on her face, so it must be good.
More work for you.
Oh, you heard that? More work for me. Who's my pet cat? My pet cat might be Malik Collins. Malik Collins might be my guy because he might be that Warren Sapp. I was hoping that Tristan Hill was going to show up, right out the box and be that beast, that gorilla, that guy that makes quarterbacks piss down their leg. but I'm looking and thinking it might be Malik Collins. Weakness is coaching. But I won't say on defense it is. And if Jason Garrett is just the CEO and allows the other people, because I look at Marco Colombo, improvement over Paul Alexander.
Of course, anybody's improving.
Okay, Paul Alexander, Mr. Ketchup Bottle. That's how I decide who should be playing on offensive line. If they know to tap the 57, really? You know they have squeeze bottles of ketchup now, right?
Yeah, but that don't
Squeeze this plastic. You don't.
That doesn't mean they know your formation.
Marco Colombo. You saw him? Did you see how he was in that preseason game? And I was like, oh, that's old school. Oh, that's old school right there. That's some ass kicking coach right there.
He got that from Chris Richard.
Right, and Chris Richard. Look, Chris Richard should be a head coach. So
he has unfinished business in Dallas.
I'm just like, I don't know that coaching is the weakest link right now. And I'm telling you, what I've seen in the little bits and pieces, challenge the ball down the field, hitting multiple receivers, and not just running the ball every single time. We're doing some motion. We're doing some adjustment. Okay? We're changing some things up. And just changing some things up, just giving defenses something to think about. Wait, where's this guy going? I don't know this formation. Are they passing or are they running? That alone will help. Antoine Woods, that's it. We ought to call them. I got it. They're going to be the Bruise Brothers. The Bruise Brothers. That's it. I'm going to have 2 pet cats. Antoine Woods and Malik Collins, the Bruise Brothers. Da-da-da. Okay. Yeah. Bash Brothers? No. The Bruise Brothers. That's what I'm going to do. I feel a video coming on. I'll use the theme music from the Blues Brothers. Da-da-da. Okay. Do 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 do. Peter's gun theme. Do 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 do. Okay. You guys know my mind is always like going. But anyway, I've been on here for an hour. I appreciate all of you guys coming on here and ladies. Okay. The news. Let me end it with this. The Cowboys upped their offer. There's not saying exactly what. Okay. They upped their offer closer to Todd Gurley's money. Okay. They're trying to me, that says they're negotiating. We haven't heard anything from Zeke's people, but we've heard that the Cowboys are moving up. Okay, moving on up. And we'll see if Zeke comes on down. Okay. Zeke, come on down. You're the next contestant on the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl run. Okay. You see, I'm a little happy right now. Because of mine. That coffee. Tell Michael to give me a hug. Yeah, good luck with that one. Dak was one. Bird Gang, you still here, man, after I chased you out? Shout out to you for being a real fan. Super Bowl with Jason Garrett. It could happen.
I mean, he was
It could happen.
He was in the Super Bowl before.
Oh.
He didn't really do nothing, but he got.
Listen, I was late on my morning video because we were talking about the list of projects at the house. A carpenter's work is never done. Oh, you put another coat on? Oh, snap. All right, I'll see you guys later.